There we go. There we go. It is recording. It is 6:06, March 17th, 2026. This is the first official Grit team meeting. Let's go. Hopefully, you guys are as pumped up about this as I am. We got four squads, four groups of guys. We're still have a few pieces to add to our youngest team, which is the eighth graders currently, but our 15, 16, and 17U slash 18U, because you can be 18 and still play. Those teams are set. So I'm pumped. Hopefully, you guys are too. We're going to run through a few things here tonight. So if you can get some paper to take some notes, we're going to introduce the coaches. We're going to go through the schedule. We're going to run through some of the expectations, communication type stuff that we expect from you. I think I messaged everybody today, so everybody should have got a message, or I know James just messaged me, but I think I messaged you guys about this meeting and making sure you're in WhatsApp. Are you in what? You're in WhatsApp, right, James, on the new Grit Spring? Okay. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go through. Some of the coaches do have to hop off, so we're gonna start with. I know Braden's got to head out in a little bit, but I'm gonna let each coach speak a little bit. So we'll start with the 14U group, which is this year's eighth graders. Braden Monnet, young man that I had the opportunity to coach when he was in high school a little bit, and went to. Did that freeze? Uh-oh. Am I back? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna pass it to you, Braden. Braden's now the strength and conditioning coach at Hidden Valley, has his own business helping players get stronger and quicker. So if you have questions about your speed, agility, things like that, Braden's the guy to go to. He knows all that as an expert in that kinesiology field. Braden, what do you got, man? Give us an introduction. I kind of introduced you, but what are you looking forward to this spring?
All right, what's up, guys? Um, so I gotta say, what I'm looking forward to most this spring is getting back into basketball. Longtime basketball guy. Grew up playing, obviously, down here in Southern Oregon. Was lucky enough to play collegiately at Lynn Benton for a couple of years. Have coached here around a couple of high schools here locally down in Southern Oregon, and have recently been out of coaching because I have two sons, a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old right now. So kind of got me out of coaching a little bit, but I'm excited to get back into it. Get to meet everybody that's part of this group, not only my guys, but those older guys as well, and get to be a part of this program and see you guys grow. It's gonna be fun.
Let's go. Thanks, Coach Monet. So, um, yeah, it's one program top to bottom, so it's pretty exciting. All the eighth graders are get to know the juniors and seniors that are headed off to college, and the juniors that are looking to get to college. So it is one program, Grit, top to bottom. I think Joel was en route. I don't know, is Joel on? I haven't seen him if he's able to. So we'll give him a bypass. Joel's our 15U coach, but I do see the man. I do see the 2028 coach, the legend that is Coach John Willis. John Willis, one of my best friends. He's been a long time college coach, was a head high school coach out in Florida before he moved out to Willamette. So he was at Willamette University for, I think, 4 years. And then Coach Willis went to Linfield, where he had a lot of success, got to cut down nets there. And then he got his first head college coaching job at South Puget Sound Community College, which is in Olympia. And so he was a head college coach. Then he was an assistant at Western Oregon and is now currently at Corbin. University, and I don't know if he had to step out or I just saw him and now he is not here. So I'm going to keep an eye for when Coach Willis is able to hop back in here and he can give a greeting to everybody. But let's here he comes again. We won't say that I said anything good about him. Coach Willis, are you there? Coach Jonathan Willis, are you present?
Present, present.
Present. I was just saying your resume, your background, you got some dance moves even, but you Coach Willis will have our 16U group. So Coach Willis back again. He's got his state championship banner. I forgot to mention that he is a state champion, and I guess I didn't need to say that because he would have told you guys that pretty early in the conversation that his West Side Christian squad last year did win the state title. But Coach Willis, what's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody here tonight. How's everybody doing?
I can speak for myself. I'm pumped up. Everybody else has kind of got halfway thumbs up, kind of okay, but it's good. It's good to see you, Coach Willis. Congratulations on your season, getting to go play for the NAIA national tournament. Congratulations, man. Getting to win that tournament, getting your guys clicking at the right time. That was awesome, man. Good job.
Thank you. And we had a good time. Guys worked really hard, so it's a lot of work, but it was fun, man. Had a great time.
What are you looking forward to this spring, Coach Willis?
Actually, I'm looking forward to working with all the guys, seeing how I can help them grow and develop and take whatever skills they learn and kind of work on in the spring back to their high school teams. So hopefully for me, the goal is to help you become a better player than you were coming into the grid experience so that when you're exiting the grid experience, you feel better about your skill set and you can contribute in a different way to your high school team. No? Hello? Nothing. Can you hear me, Brent? No? Yes?
I had to relocate, move to a different place in the house. My apologies, everyone. Am I back?
I have you, coach.
All right. I don't even have that big of a house. I don't know why I can't get service some parts of my house. So I do apologize. I'm gonna try a different room here. I have to get a little different setup, but I do apologize, everyone. Thanks for hanging tight. I missed your last little bit, Coach Willis, but pumped to have you back with Grit, man. Really excited about this, and we're gonna have a great spring with you. Coach Lunt, is Coach Lunt still here? I know he was a second ago. Coach
Here,
Lunt,
I'm here.
there we
I'm
go.
here.
Coach Lunt, how's it going? We can hear you.
It's going.
Uh-oh. A little shaky.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. There you go. We can see you moving and unmuting and muting. Uh-oh. Now he dipped out. Maybe he'll come back. Technology can be great, you guys, because it can bring us together from wherever we're at, but it can also be really frustrating. And if you guys don't know, you're going to get to know Maggie Miner right here. This is Maggie. Maggie's 7. She'll be running around at some of the games. Hopefully not running on the floor. That's why I got to keep like a finger on her and just keep track of her. But you guys get to see Maggie and Jack this spring. We'll see if Coach Lunt's able to rejoin us here. But we will run through the acronym. So if you're taking notes, this is where you really want to make sure that you know what GRIT is about and what the acronym for GRIT is. So I'm gonna call on somebody here that's been in the program before, get them started. I'm not gonna give the easiest one I'll give it to Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee coming off a sensational sophomore season. Brandon Lee, what's the G in grit for?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Let's go. Gratitude. So if you are taking notes, I would write down that. If you didn't know, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you need to know. It starts with gratitude, being thankful for the good times, the bad times, the times in between. Always be thankful. You never know when basketball can be taken away, whether that's with an injury, a pandemic. You can lose the game of basketball. So we're always thankful. So we show gratitude. So gratitude. I do see Coach Lunt, I think, is back with us. Coach Lunt, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm right here. How's everyone doing?
Things are great here. Do you want to give us a little? So you're coaching our 17s, our top team. So that's the guys that are this year's juniors and this year's seniors. I know a lot of guys have met you, played for you before, but I do know Grant is one of our new guys. I'm trying to see who else is on that team. I know Kaysen Lariz had his Forest Grove banquet tonight. Vince Ferris is doing an event with his high school. Mitch is here. I do see Mitch celebrating the St. Patrick's Day. It looks like all greened out. Got the style. But Coach Lunt, you want to just give us a little introduction? Coach Lunt's been a coach 20 years at the college level, a head college coach. I know he doesn't look like he's been around long enough to have 20 years of head college coaching experience, but 20 years as a head college coach, 12 at Puget Sound, where he was for 14 years. He was at the D2 level before that at St. Martin's, and now he's going on year 8 at Pacific. So, Coach Lunt, I'm just excited to have you back, and I appreciate you being with us.
Thank you, Brent, for having us. Good to see you, Coach Willis. Missed that big smile of yours. Just excited to do another spring session with Grit. I think the thing that I look forward the most with kind of to add on with what Coach Willis was talking about, obviously helping develop your skills and mentality so you can be beneficial for your high school team. I think the thing that's great about the 17U team is helping you get better, but also being a resource for your next level, which is, a lot of you are juniors and seniors, or going to be juniors, going to be seniors. So your next step in your journey is college. And so being a resource to help you navigate through finding the right fit for you, whether it's for playing basketball after college or after high school, or just finding a college that's suitable for you. So that is one of the things that I love about working with our team, is being that resource to help. So younger guys, even 8th graders, feel free to reach out to me about any kind of advice when it comes to that next step and that next journey. Always here for that, and just grateful to be part of Grit again.
Let's go. Gratitude. See that? Gratitude. That goes a long way. Being thankful. So gratitude, we got that one. Good job, Brandon Lee. Thanks, Coach Lunt. We're gonna get the R. We're gonna pass the R to James. James, will you unmute? What's the R in grit?
R and grit is for resiliency.
Resiliency. Gratitude, resiliency. How do you handle adversity? How do you bounce back? You have to be resilient. Gratitude, resiliency. Resiliency is the R. And this is stuff that's important for you guys to know, because if you are out and about wearing grit and I don't know what it's for, that's not a good look. So when we get together on April 3rd for our practice, we're going to kind of test you guys, make sure everybody knows these. So get it in there. The I, I'm going to call on Mitch, because I think Mitch is able to tell us. What's the I, Mitch? Go ahead and unmute your mic if you can figure out how to do it. Tell us what's the I.
Intensity, coach.
Intensity. Mitch Marion, returner. Intensity. Have to be a little intense. Have to be intense. Have to show up. have to bring some energy every time we get in the gym. You got to be intense. If you're part of grit and you're ho hum, if you're lukewarm, if you're average, if we're not playing intense, you're not fitting into the core values of what grit stands for. And I'm gonna call, I don't know if Zach Miller, I see you just jumped in. I know Zach knows the T for grit. So Zach, are you able to unmute? I know you're, hopefully it's dad driving. Can you unmute and tell us what the T is?
Yep, togetherness.
Togetherness. One team, one program, top to bottom, the grit fam. We want to build something where you guys get to know each other, like each other, cheer for each other. We're trying to build something where we're together, where we're rooting for it. Brandon Lee has had 1,000 varsity points and he's a sophomore, just finished his sophomore year, and he's already scored 1,000 points on varsity. So I want you guys, I know I was pumped when I saw that. I want you guys to get excited for each other, follow each other on Instagram, social media, getting to know each other, because you guys were all handpicked for this. There's some of you guys that came to evaluations and we liked what we saw. Some of you guys I knew through other ways, but you guys were all picked because I think you're good guys, good people. And so all of you guys have that in common, that you all made it through the selection criteria to be a part of grit. So we are together. So when we can, we sit behind each other's bench, we sit on each other's bench, we are there together cheering on the other teams. A lot of the tournaments we play in will be at the Beaverton Hoop YMCA. Or some of you guys know the venue up in Auburn. It's in a mall. Pretty cool setup. I know Coach Willis likes to go to the food court. Get I don't know if he gets what are those things? Orange Julius. Do they still have Orange Julius? Does anybody know Orange Julius? Is Orange Julius a thing? You guys know? No? You've heard of it? Some of you guys don't know Orange Julius. Michael's never heard of it. Orange Julius used to rule malls. It was like the Jamba Juice of the mall, right? Kind of by Auntie Anne's. Was that the name of the pretzel company? You guys don't even go to malls anymore. Anyways, so together, that's what we want. We want you guys to sit together when we're at tournaments, when we're not playing. I want you guys to get to know each other. I don't mind if you guys are on your phones and stuff, but communicating and getting to know the other guys on this team, because that is the T, is togetherness. So gratitude, resiliency, intensity, togetherness. So here we're going to talk now about some expectations. You're checking the WhatsApp. So because not everybody has the same type of phone, we're not able to have one large group text because you can only have 20 people in a group. So we're doing WhatsApp. I think you all have it. So try to check it. That's how we'll communicate with you guys. I want you guys join in the chat that fits you. So if you're a 16U player, join the 16U chat on WhatsApp. We will do a goals sheet. So we're going to have you guys fill out a goals form. So it's a Google form. It's kind of like a questionnaire where you go through, you're going to fill it out. It'll populate a spreadsheet for us to look at, the coaches. So that's one of the first things we're going to have you do, is fill out your goals sheet. So that's something that I'll be dropping all this in the WhatsApp, but it's good to know and to hear it from me. So we will have goal sheets and your videos. So if you don't know about the videos that you're supposed to be recording, reach out to a teammate. If they don't know, reach out to another teammate. If they don't know, reach out to Mitch or Vince or somebody that's been in the program, because the questions are in the WhatsApp. You got to say your name, your grade, your school, favorite basketball moment, something cool about you that we might not know. So that way we can get to know each other better. I know last year we had quite a few guys that like to fish. I didn't know that. I didn't know we had guys that like to fish. But we had at least 3 guys that like to go catch fish, or at least attempt to catch fish. Not like Coach Willis and me up in Alaska. Coach Willis and I were slaying salmon about I can't even show you how big those salmon were that we were catching out of the Prince William Sound when we went to Alaska, and Willis was drinking glacier water. But some guys like to fish, some guys like to travel, some people. So that's where get creative with those videos. Think of something outside the box, something you're passionate about besides basketball. So you have to answer those questions. If you don't know the questions, you have to ask or answer. They are asked in the WhatsApp group. But if you don't see them yet, or you were added after they were added, you can reach out to me. But definitely check with a teammate who can help you with those. Those will get loaded into the Google Drive. So you will film your video and then you will upload it to the Google Drive. You guys are all smart tech kind of guys, probably. Some of you guys don't have iPhones, but I still know that you can get Google Sheets and Google Apps on Android or whatever computer or phone you use. So that's what you'll need to do. You'll need to record your video and upload your video. The Google form you fill out for your goals, you will not need to upload that to the folder. So it's a Google folder. I dropped the link in the WhatsApp. You all should be able to add your videos on there. So that's one of the next things. So there's two things coming out of this meeting that you'll need to do before we meet again. One is record your video and get it loaded to the Google Drive for your team. You'll see your grade level in that. So you'll see 2027, 26, 28s, 29s, 30s. You'll load your video into that folder. Then you will do the Google form that I will send out in the WhatsApp. It's a link to a Google form. You go on to Safari or Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using, and you'll fill out the form. That will then be sent to me. We'll review your goals, because if your goals don't line up with your actions, change your goals or change your actions. So if you have goals of playing in college, we might hold you to a little different standard than if you say you just want to be a good high school player. So your actions, your motivation, your habits have to line up with those goals. So we are going to have you guys fill out your goals, and we will have you guys do that video. So those are two things that you need to make sure that you are working on and have done by Sunday. So I'll be traveling. I'll be on the road. So Coach Willis, Coach Lunt, they will be running the Sunday meeting. Depending on where I'm at, what time it is, what's going on, I will try to tune into the meeting, but I will be gone for a while. So those guys will be running that meeting, and we will still be meeting. So this Sunday, 3 o'clock. Next Tuesday, same place, same time, and then next Sunday. So we'll be doing Tuesdays every Tuesday from here until the end of May. Same Zoom link, same time. If something does have to change, we'll notify you as soon as possible, but we're going to do everything we can to try to keep this consistent. And I understand some guys are lessons and workouts, but try to schedule this as somewhat of a priority that you can get to these meetings. Because next time we'll do breakout rooms where we'll have all the 15s go together, all the 16s will go with Willis, and we'll have some breakout rooms. But try your best to be at the Tuesday meetings, and then we will do Sunday meetings on the weekends that we do not have tournaments. I will get an updated sheet to everybody in the WhatsApp of all the dates, where you need to be, what time everything is. We did have to change our Southern Oregon workouts to Thursday. So Southern Oregon, not this, we will do one tomorrow in Southern Oregon. We will do one over spring break in Southern Oregon on Wednesday, starting in April 2nd. Southern Oregon workouts will be on Thursday with Coach Monnet and Coach Joel. Portland, those will still be Wednesdays. Some of them will be at Visitation Catholic School or Christian School, which is in kind of in Forest Grove. And then a couple of them will be in Newburgh. So those are all on that sheet. If you're confused or not sure, check the WhatsApp group. I will get the most updated ones in there probably Thursday. So you'll have where you need to be, Zoom calls. If you can make the workouts, great. We want you at as many of those as you can. Coach Moss will be leading those, but practices the Fridays before our weekend tournament. Some of those will be at Pacific, some will be at Riverside High School. At least one of them will be at University of Portland. So those are the practices on the Fridays. So we are in the next 24, Super 24, I think it's called. It's a 3-leg circuit. So there's a Portland, there's a Seattle, and then there's another one in Portland this summer. So we're playing in that. There's some really good teams in it. There'll be college coaches there watching. It's a great tournament. Coach Lunt.
I just want to add on to the workouts for all the guys. That's got to be a priority too, to try to get to those, just because our Friday practices are more team-based, where the individual workouts are more based off of developing your skill set. And a lot of those will be focused on, I know for the 17U group in particular, with Coach Moss running those, they're going to be very centered around what we're trying to do offensively. So those are important to make, because like I said, the Friday practices before we play, those are all centered around team stuff. We might do a little, skill 10 to 15 minutes, but 90% of the time is going to be about what we're doing offensively and defensively. So take advantage of those Wednesday and Thursday skill sessions, because those will be very beneficial for your development as a player.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to help you guys develop workout plans that you can be doing on your own. So that, because if you guys want to get to play at the next level, whether that's varsity or if you play varsity and you're trying to get to college, you have to do more than just what we offer. I'll say that again. You got to be getting yourself in the gym probably Monday, maybe Tuesday before school or before the Zoom. You need to be in the gym more than just Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll help you with the workouts. We'll have you guys send us your makes. We want you to make in a lot of shots this off season. So if you work with guys, I know some of you are working with Straight Buckets, Joe, Brooks. Some of you guys are working with other trainers. Some of you are working on your own. Some of you are working with your dads. So if you need help getting a workout together, we'll help you. Coach Lunt.
Yeah, and you guys got to be playing too. Like skill set stuff, that's all great and fine and dandy, but like you guys got to go play. So make sure you're finding gyms where you're playing, whether it's threes, whether it's fours, whether it's fives, even one-on-one. But that's going to be beneficial for your growth, especially you younger guys. You guys getting with your trainer, all that great stuff, but like, that's not going to equal real life competition and playing. So I know like we're doing end of the year stuff right now with all of our guys. And one of the things that bring up consistently with a lot of our players is, skill set stuff's important, but playing is just as important. So that's my advice for a lot of you guys. Make sure you're getting not only getting and working on your skill set, but make sure you're playing, because that's going to help with your development.
Try to find good runs. You guys that are in Southern Oregon, see if you can get in with each other. Guys that are up in Portland, reach out if you need help. I mean, I know Clackamas has some open runs. Clackamas Community College does. PCC, I don't think they have a coach.
I said we do.
Pacific, we can let you.
It looks like Corbin does too.
Getting in when you're playing better players, right? You got to play better players. I know it's a little hard out in Aragon or Hermiston, but trying to find runs, getting in with Steven, I know up there in the Tri-Cities, or trying to get in as many gyms as you can, as often as you can, because we're going to play hard. We're going to play together. It's not equal playing time. We will play up tempo, but it's definitely not equal playing time. You kind of, if you're not in shape, you're not going to play as much. If you show up and you're in shape and you're still running in the fourth quarter of the second game of the day and you're still playing hard, then you'll play more. So make sure you guys are doing some cardio on your own, some jogs, some sprints. You can't just show up and think you're going to be in shape. You have to be doing some of this on your own. And we can give you the outline, we can give you the structure, but ultimately, this is about you guys. Coach Willis played in college, Coach Lunt played, I've played, we've all done it. So now it's about you guys taking advantage of this opportunity and getting in the gym as much as you can. And we're going to help you guys try to accomplish these goals. But ultimately, it ends up being about you guys because this is about your future, So make sure you guys are taking advantage of everything we offer. On that, the mental toughness, the mental training, I'm going to send out the link in the WhatsApp. You will need to, I think it's just you fill out like a little bit of registration, and we'll be getting into that right away. So I'll send out the link in the WhatsApp. It's Colin Henderson. It's Chloe Pond. There's some really good stuff in there that you guys are able to just take advantage of, learn. And so there's 60 to 90-second videos. Some of you guys have done them before, did them last year, but this stuff differentiates you so much. If the pros are doing mental training, why would you guys not be doing it? So we're going to try to help you kind of next play speed, just kind of how to regulate your emotions, how to stay calm, how to handle pressure situations. Pressure situation, you don't all of a sudden rise to the level of your competition. You do what you normally do. It's just in a pressure situation. If you're normally a good free throw shooter, you'll probably make them. That's what's being clutch, is doing what you typically do in those high pressure situations. And I love this time of year. I know there's first 4 games going on. There's NIT games going on. Hopefully you guys are watching games and not just watching the ball, watching time and score situations, into games, what teams are doing, what people are doing away from the ball. Watch it all. Don't just ball watch when you're watching these. Coach, how would you suggest they watch this NCAA tournament coming up? Do you have any tips or anything that they should be watching for?
I would suggest watching the Seattle U St. Thomas game tonight. That's first round of the NIT. It's on ESPN Plus. 2 of my former players are assistant coaches at Seattle U, so it's always nice to see that. But also St. Thomas, it used to be a Division III school that made the transformation from Division III to Division I. And John Tower, who's a very close friend of mine, who's the head coach, he won 2 national championships when they're at the Division III level, and he's really transformed their team. But going to be a great game. Unique style with St. Thomas running more of a 5-out, and everyone on their team can shoot it, can dribble it, can pass it, where Seattle U is a little bit more, pounded inside, have good guard play, play a little bit more pressure defense, but not getting off topic. Good game to watch. I think anytime you can go watch college basketball games, it's going to be beneficial for you. I think Coach Miner brought it up. Don't just watch the ball or watch your favorite player. It's important to watch how schematically, what are they trying to do offensively? What are they trying to do defensively on both sides of the floor? And, to see those actions, I think that helps you become a better basketball player. I think it helps you become a better student of the game. So watch college basketball, but watch the whole details that take place within the game, I think are really, really important. So, I would always be, we have a couple players right now that I met with, and I mentioned this earlier, and I was like, hey, I want you to watch the tournament, and a couple teams I wanted them to watch. And What are they schematically trying to do offensively? Like what are they trying to do? And then some other teams defensively, what are they trying to do? So I think that like if you can identify things that are tendencies of the teams when you're watching them, of what they're trying to do offensively, what they're trying to do defensively, I think it really helps you grow as a player in your IQ.
Good stuff. Coach Willis, do you have any tips or tricks or anything you would suggest to the guys when they're watching the tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I think going back to when Coach was talking about working with your trainer, I would encourage you to ask your trainer to give you some stuff without the basketball as well. Just keep in mind there are 10 people on the court, only one ball. So 9 people are playing without the basketball essentially the entire game. So challenge yourself to grow. Don't just ball watch. Also, learn a new style. Watch somebody play who you haven't watched all season, right? And see if you can learn a new style, pick up on something new. Maybe you see some different screening patterns or angles. And then also, I would say use your grit staff. Reach out to us. Coach Lunt won D3 Coach of the Year this year, Coach of the Week this year after some very impressive wins. Coach Miner's been coaching for a long time. Coach Moss has played professionally. My team won the Cascade Conference this year, the NAIA level. So you are being coached by some very successful hoop heads, right? Even our coaches down in Southern Oregon, Coach Joel and so we have a very great staff. I would encourage you to reach out to the coaches as well during this time.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out if you guys are watching games. Feel free to say, "Hey, Coach, did you see that game with South Florida and Louisville or whoever it is?" Like,
let's go Bulls, baby.
Brian Hodgson.
I picked him the first round.
There you go. Bulls go but little bracket busted.
Hey, you know what, Coach Miner, is there any way we can do a grit?
We have a bracket. We can do a bracket. Yeah. I have a grit one that we did last year. I can send out the invite in it will be at ESPN. You can enter one of your brackets into the grit challenge and we'll get a prize to the winner of that one.
Yeah. Can we also do a penalty for the worst bracket?
The worst. Yeah, we can definitely. Yeah. I like the stakes of that. Make them wear something goofy to practice or.
I'll think of that. I got a few ones that I think would be pretty funny.
Absolutely. We'll get that bracket. So we will do a March Madness bracket challenge on ESPN that we will put in the WhatsApp. So you can do it tomorrow or tonight and we'll make it happen. So let's check my notes. What else we were going to talk about? Mental toughness, schedule, introduction videos, strength and conditioning stuff with Coach Monette. Uniforms, we're going to be looking good, fellas. We're going to be looking good, looking real nice. We are asking your parents to do a video also. So some of that is maybe outside their comfort zone even. Maybe they don't feel comfortable, but challenge them. Say, hey, Coach Miner really wants you guys to film. Just tell us a little bit about who you are, why you like me as your son, and what you're looking forward to. That way all the parents can see each other's videos. And I think that'll help kind of bring that togetherness also. If parents see each other and they recognize each other, or they have a similar hobby or a similar interest that maybe they didn't know that the other players might have or parents might have. So I am asking parents to do a video also. Hopefully you can help them load it into the Google Drive if they aren't familiar with how to do that. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if your parents would participate in that as well. We are going to collect shoes again this spring. So if you have any old shoes, lightly worn, even if they're a little bit worn, they don't have to be brand new. If you've worn them and you're not wearing them anymore, we'll get those shipped off to my buddy down in Africa. He's in Mali, and he collects shoes from some pro guys. Tim Hardaway Jr. sent him shoes. He has just a bunch of different people sending him shoes, and then he has a academy where players are being trained. They're in Africa trying to get to college, and a lot of them don't have any type of shoes really, or certainly not what we think of as old shoes would be really nice to them. So Grit Gives is what we call that. So we will be collecting shoes again throughout the spring. So if you have an extra pair of shoes that you don't wear very often that are still in decent shape, we'll be reminding you of that as well, and we'll get them off to people that can use them in Africa. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. I think that's all I had. Coach Willis, do you have anything that you want to wrap up this call with? First one, first call. It's good to see everybody. I'm pumped up about this season. Hopefully, you guys are too. But Coach Lunt, you got any parting shots you want to share?
No, I mean, I think we covered it all. I do feel for everyone. I know we talked about skill stuff and all of that great stuff, but make sure you guys are learning to love the weight room. You guys got to be getting in the weight room. I know a few of you guys are younger and maybe don't know what that all looks like. You know, we are a resource to help you out. But the weight room's no joke, especially when you start getting to if you want to play at the next level. I would highly recommend a lot of you young guys that you're lifting and you're doing stuff to improve your strength. It's only going to help you as a player. It's not going to mess up your shot. It's not going to make you slower. That's all bullshit. It's going to help you get better. Make sure you guys are getting in the weight room. Make sure you guys are getting stronger.
Absolutely. The difference between a three and a free throw is really probably like 25 pounds of muscle. I mean, if you can get that free throw down and just get stronger and extend your range, and a three to an NBA three is just strength. Same shot, just strength. So definitely, and don't overdo it. But if you need help with that, reach out. Coach Willis, Coach John Willis, what do you got, man?
I would just say make sure that you are in communication with your coach. You should send a text, say hello, introduce yourself, make sure you're in communication with your coach, and then also just make sure that you are fertile soil right now. Make sure that you're ready to be open to receive knowledge and information. Ask questions. If you go through this whole time and you don't have a question for a college coach and you have like 5 of them working with you, then that's on you. That's a blown opportunity. That's a very much so a blown opportunity. So I would encourage you to be curious, be courageous, and go work hard, man. Let's have fun.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Some of you guys have never heard that, probably. I didn't make that up. I wish I could take credit for that one, but that's an old saying. That's an old saying, you guys. We can do what we can do. We can provide opportunity. You guys got to dive into that mental training. You guys got to lean in, ask questions, be curious, ask questions. Reach out to me. Like I said, if you guys are watching a game and something exciting happens, feel free to reach out. Somebody reached out after the state tournament game at the Child Center when they scored 6 points in 7 seconds or whatever to win the state title. That was one of the most exciting state tournament championship games in the history of Oregon. I mean, that was a thriller. That was a crazy finish. And so somebody reached out to me. I like it when you guys reach out. I know I scare you away a little bit by the whole ask three, then ask me thing. But definitely feel free to reach out if you guys need anything, or if you guys just are watching a game and something cool happens. Feel free to reach out. But this is the first meeting. We will do it again Sunday and Tuesday and Sunday and Tuesday. And then we will have our first practice that Friday. And then showcase on Saturday, Easter on Sunday. We will not do any basketball related activities on that Sunday. So you guys will have Sunday with your family. There might be a brief Zoom, but maybe we'll cancel it depending on what's happening. But other than that, we will do Sundays when we're not having tournaments, And every Tuesday, we will be right here on Zoom. So hopefully you guys are ready, and I'm pumped, and we'll definitely be in touch with you all. I'll be dropping the link for your goals. I'll be dropping a link for the March Madness Grit Championship Bracket Challenge. And then I'll be sending out the Google Drive if you didn't get that. So be ready to compete. I don't know. I'm going with Duke. I know I'm a Blue Devil faithful, and Coach Monit's not on here to throw that North Carolina baby blue in my face, but I'm going with Duke. I'm not saying you have to follow my lead, but if you're just wondering who Coach Miner's running with, I did do a couple brackets. I'm not the type that's like, oh, you can only do one bracket. I think it's kind of fun to have a couple, but I always put this is my number one bracket. This is what I actually think is going to happen. And I put somewhere it's like, I know Hawaii's first team all conference post player from high school. I know Caleb Canales, who none of you guys know probably, but he was the Blazers coach, interim coach when he was one of the youngest in the league. He's now an assistant at Troy. Then you got USF, Brian Hodgson. Remember seeing Brian in Phoenix, Willis?
I do.
Where were we? STK
We were
Steakhouse.
at where was that STK?
That's where we saw Brian Hodgson, who is the
That's where we
coach
were?
of USF. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Nate Oates at Alabama. He's got a lot of stuff he's dealing with right now with his star player
Oh,
getting in trouble.
Jesus.
Tough. But yeah, I know Nate Oates too. So I root for some of the guys that I know. Obviously, that's why I'm a Duke fan, because John Shire is part of my coaching tree. You guys don't know about the epic summer of '08 when I worked at Duke and John Shire was my assistant coach for 2 weeks. He's now the coach at Duke. If you didn't know, he took over for Coach K. But awesome, you guys. Well, I'll let you guys get going. I will be posting this. So if you're watching this on replay, thank you. Thank you. You're doing a better job than some. Some people miss this meeting and will never watch this replay where there's information from Willis and Lunt and Monnet, and you guys are getting some good information. So if you're watching on replay, kudos to you. Appreciate you. And everybody else that was on this call, let's go. Get better, keep working, and we'll be in touch. Coach Lunt, anything you want? Are we good? So let's get out of here. You guys are free to go now. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Thank you.
See
Thank
you
you.
guys. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Later, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Later,
you.
guys. Later, James. See you, Ethan. Later, Cassius. Later, Curtis. See you, Drake. Later,
Thank you.
Elliot. Later, Wyatt. Later, Landon.